Anger in Columbus. And that is an understatement. We're not talking about disappointment. We're not talking about sadness. We're not talking about slapping each other on the back and saying we'll get them next time. We're not even saying, well, you know, our opponent played a good football game. We got to tip the whole cap to them. Although Michigan did come to play, the limited Michigan offense, it's none of that. It's not Ryan Day has a great, and he does, a great winning percentage in the Big Ten. It's not the Buckeyes could still win the national championship, which they could. It's absolute anger in Columbus. You do not lose 4 straight times to Michigan. You do not lose to Michigan when you are a 20.5-point favorite at home against a Michigan team that has taken 6 steps backwards on offense. This first of all, Notre Dame scored. Jeremiah Love touchdown. This is going to be an open line. We're going to have the lines open. We're going to talk college football here in just a few minutes. This is not going to be a watch party. We're going to be watching all the games. Put the updates in the comment section. But this is going to be all driven by you guys and gals. Call us. Give us updates on the game you are watching. We're going to get to South Carolina in a little bit here. I do have a couple more things to say. This is coming from the outside, right? I'm not a Buckeye fan. I'm not even a Big Ten fan. I'm a Gopher fan. But I do understand there are higher expectations at Ohio State. A lot of money is being poured into that program, especially for this year. But I'm not sure Ryan Day understood his team. This was not a Buckeye team where you should be trying to attempt smash mouth football. Not against Michigan. Not against Michigan. This is the type of football game and the type of team that you have assembled with your strengths and weaknesses, a little bit of weakness on the offensive line. This is where you do not go smash mouth football. This is where you do not go max protection. This is where you go 4 wide and trust your quarterback to make the correct reads, to throw on rhythm, and for your true talent, your wideouts, because that is the Buckeyes' separation from themselves and everybody else. Trust the wide receivers to get the separation and trust your quarterback. And if you can't trust your quarterback, then you made the wrong decision in the transfer portal. This is not a game where you go into max protection against the Wolverines blitz. This is the game where you send everybody out, let your quarterback make the quick decisions. If he can't do that, consistently, then you lost this game in the spring in the transfer portal. The defense, the Buckeyes defense against a limited Michigan offense was great once again. It's a very, very, very good Ohio State Buckeye team. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. I think South Carolina needs a little bit more help. And right now, Miami is winning and driving against Syracuse. Right now, Notre Dame is winning. So right now, South Carolina is not getting the help they need. But I think Ohio State is going to be in the playoffs. But I don't think they're going to get that fifth seed. They might not even get that 6th seed. They might get the 7th seed. We'll look at it later. Or the 8th seed. Cam Ward, touchdown? No, down at the 1. Xavier, down at the 1. Miami is about to go up 2 touchdowns. Richard Jones, I did not pick the Buckeyes to win. I picked the Georgia Bulldogs. Oh, for the Big Ten Championship. Yes, I predicted Ohio State. And they're not going to get in to the Big Ten Championship game. It's going to be the Ducks and Penn State. Okay, let's get to your comments and your phone calls. If you don't want Michigan to plant the flag in the middle of the field, don't lose the damn game. I wish these teams would I wish these teams would not make it a point to go on the other team's logo in the middle of the field. I don't know why you need to do I'm not big on that, to be honest. Go plant your flag somewhere else. You don't have to do. You're just looking for a fight. You're just. Anyways, thank you for the super chat, Dave. I do appreciate it. Look. Losing 4 times in a row to Michigan, completely unacceptable for the Buckeyes. Completely unacceptable. Especially when you're a 20-point favorite. Especially when you've spent that much money. I believe they are, JP. Everyone in Buckeye Nation is calling for Ryan Day to be fired immediately. I don't think he's going to get fired. If the Buckeyes are going to the playoffs, so I don't think you make the change now. We're going to open up the phone line. Moen wants blood. Fire Neil Brown. West Virginia got... The Mountaineers got annihilated. That is a very proud fan base. The West Virginia Mountaineers are a very proud fan base. That is their team for their state, for their university. And the way they went out this year, we're going to have to keep an eye on the Neil Brown situation. We are going to have to keep our eye and ears open on the Neil Brown situation. I still have yet to hear any smoke. Michigan tried their best to give Ohio State the game. Go Irish! It's not like Michigan played their absolute best. Clemson also got beat. Dayton, North Carolina. Again, early this morning at about 7 o'clock, we felt good about this. 6:14 a.m. Central Time. 6:14 a.m. Central Time. We have Summerall and Smith as number 1 and 2 on the North Carolina head coach hot board. 3.0. We're feeling better about this as the hours go on. So just to keep everybody updated. About 3 hours after we posted this, ESPN on game day said the 2 top coaches they thought in North Carolina was Summerall and Smith. 3 hours after we reported it. That is the chatter behind the curtain. That's our best shot right there, PATC, right now. I don't know what Chip Kelly was doing today. Will Howard, just another overvalued graper. Greg might be sedated, might need to be sedated. Roman Maroney, okay, politics over, back to football. Ohio people are taking this really hard. Fortunately for the Buckeyes, the playoffs are wide open, and they won't play Michigan. They will not. We're going to get to a few more of your comments, and then we are going to We're going to open up the phone lines. Scattaboo. Arizona State scored early in that game. Miami's up 14-0, and Syracuse already had to punt the ball. So Miami is running away with it. Will Howard was injured. I did not see that, Ryan Brooks. I did not see that Greg Swaim passed away. I did not see that. Can somebody send me a direct message on that? Can somebody send me a direct message on that? State of West Virginia wants Brown gone. Okay, we are opening up the phone lines. The phone lines are open. 763-260-1333. 763-260-1333. The phone lines are open. We're going to be here for a while. Okay, I did see this. Thank you so much, Expedition Greg. Appreciate it. Greg Swaim, it is with heavy hearts we let you know that yesterday Greg went home to be with the Lord. Although we will miss him tremendously, we find comfort in knowing he is out of physical pain he has dealt with for so long. Our hearts, our prayers here at PATC goes out to Greg's family and loved ones. It sounded like he had been in pain for basically his whole life. The next time you will see Greg, it will be forever. It's very sad. Very sad. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. I did not see that. I did not see that. Okay. Very sad. He was a character. We rarely saw eye to eye on things, but we never got into a squabble. We never got into it. We communicated. He asked me questions a couple of years ago on what do we use for equipment in the studio. And my answer to him was, don't ask. I mean, I can tell you, but I am the wrong person to ask for suggestions. And yeah, thank you, Bill G. Okay, Big Ten is overrated. He loved the sport and was always passionate about it. Another poke gone too early. His family just tweeted. It's too bad. Give us a call, 763-260-1333. In the meantime, we are going to follow these games that are going on right now. Notre Dame is up 7-0. They've got the ball at their 15-yard line. Maryland is beating Penn State 7-3. Miami's up big 14-0. SMU is up big 14-0. Arizona State up big 14-0. Auburn and Alabama are tied. In my opinion, and it's my opinion only, South Carolina is basically the first team out. And they're looking to get into the party. Lenore Sellers, my man, I tell you what, I've taken about 3 L's this season because of you. I'm going to go ahead and take another L. What you did today against Clemson, those long TD runs. Clemson's defense, once again, was going at it. They are very, very good. It's tough to get anything on those guys. And Mr. Sellers delivered. Congratulations to Beamer. Congratulations to the Gamecocks. Congratulations to South Carolina fans everywhere. What an incredible season. And you are knocking on the door of the college football playoffs. I'm sorry. I know that head-to-head means something. It means a lot. It just doesn't mean everything. And in my opinion, South Carolina is ahead, just barely, but I have them ahead of Alabama and Ole Miss. I think they're ahead of both. I get it. They lost to both. I get it. But I think they have proven over the last month that they are ready if the opportunity is open to them to jump into the playoffs. And it could, but they need a little help. They need a little help. Come on, Trojans, run the ball. You know what? I got to change something up here. Hold on. What's going on here? I got to change. Hold on, everybody. I'm calling a timeout. Okay. Whoops. Hold on. Jeez. Arizona State 14, Arizona 0. Does anybody have the update, the Big 12 tracker update on who's going to make the playoffs? Anger in Columbus. Will Howard on his drive to get back in the game after his injury by Chase Brown. Everything inside me wants to. There's nothing inside of me that wanted to come off that field. I was trying to get up. It hurts, man. It hurts. We got to execute better. The bottom line is we lost, and it hurts, man. I can't say it enough. I'm sorry to Buckeye Nation. Listen, we still got things ahead of us. We can still run the table. We can win the national championship. And I think that's what we have to focus on. That has to keep us going. This one hurts like hell, man. I feel for those guys that came back. I feel for Coach Day. Everything they poured into this. At the end of the day, we still got stuff in front of us. We'll regroup and we will go from there tomorrow. Will Howard. USC interception. The Trojans have picked off Riley Leonard. The Trojans have picked him off. No, I'm sorry. It was a fumble. It was off a reception. My bad. Off a reception. It's USC's ball. Illinois defeated Northwestern great season for Bielema and Illinois. USC first down, pass complete, 11 yards. Looking back at the Buckeye game in Michigan, you take a look at the box score. Davis Warren, 9 of 16, 62 yards in the air, 2 interceptions. 9 of 16, 62 yards and 2 interceptions. Mullins ran for 116 off of 32 carries. That's less than 4 yards a carry. Will Howard, 19 of 33, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. Quinshon Judkins, 12 carries, 46 yards. Henderson, 10 of 21. Jeremiah Smith, 5 of 35. Ibuka, 4 of 51. Tate, 6 of 58. The Buckeyes lose. Unbelievable. Screen pass, USC. Down to the 6-yard line of Notre Dame. Wow. Yeah, I'm not big on that flag stuff, guys. My opinion, I think, is in the minority. You don't have to be planting a flag at the other guy's 50-yard line. All you're doing is looking for now, it's okay to win the axe and to cut down the other team's goalpost. That's okay. That is okay. Down to the, I think that's down to the one. Arizona State uniforms are top notch. Condolences, Buckeyes, go Clemson. Condolences to the Clemson Tigers. Yeah, he's just short. Just short. Oregon, Penn State. If Penn State can beat Maryland, if Penn State can beat the Terrapins, it's 7-3 Maryland. End of the first quarter. But Penn State is driving. Phone lines are open. Give us a call if you want to give us a call. Anything. I'm not really big on cops. I'm really not big on cops using pepper spray. I'm with Greg. It's just bluster. Axe is okay, but not flag. Yeah, because the axe thing has been going on since 1935. The other team knows you're going to go to the goalpost and do this fake thing that you're cutting it down. Sorry, that's been going on for 90 years. Putting a flag in the... You don't have to do that. Oregon's going to be the number 1 seed. If they can win the Big Ten championship, yes. I think he got in. Wasn't he in? Oh, I thought that was a touchdown. Oh, he's in. Now they're giving it to him. Okay. Maeva, Jaden Maeva, man, he was in there. USC has tied it up. USC has tied it up. Movie Time Blues. Imagine if GT had prevailed. Touchdown Trojans. Off the fumble. Off. It's under review, but I think he was in. Sad cold day here in Columbus, but life goes on. Hummus Hero, thanks for coming on in. Give us a call. The phone lines are open. Auburn with the big run. 7-0 Alabama. Ryan Day is that the Buckeyes are going to have to... Look, here's the situation, though. Ryan Day is not going to get fired right now because the Buckeyes are going to the playoffs. And if they lose in the first round of the playoffs, which is December 20, December 21st, I guess they could fire him. I guess the Buckeyes could fire Ryan Day at that point. But, you know, you got the portal. I mean, I don't know. I do not know how the Buckeyes pull the trigger on firing Ryan Day because they're going to the playoffs. But I understand the anger. You don't lose to Michigan 4 times in a row, especially when you have all the advantages. All of them this year. You're a 20-point favorite. A great screen pass by Auburn. You are a 20-point favorite. You've got to hammer Michigan. TH3. Ohio State will be making a big mistake firing a successful coach. Speaking as a Husker fan. Bo Weevil says no to firing Ryan Day. No. Breaking news. Gus Malzahn has been fired? Gus Malzahn is not expected to return to UCF in 2025, sources tell Knights 247 Sports. Okay, let me get into this, guys. Let me get into this. Hold on. We got breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Hold on. I got to log in. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I'm going to go where the report is. It's behind a paywall, but I have a subscription. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. It's going to take a minute. Okay, what's going on here? It won't let me in. Okay, it let me in. Huh. It doesn't even, they don't even have an article up yet. But yet the man from UCF 247 is reporting it. I do not see an article up on their board. So, we'll keep an eye on that. I do not see it at the Knights 247 message board. I do not see it on their site. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Give us a call, 763-260. Pete Thamel's got it? Okay. All right. Okay, got it. Thank you, R. Webb. Thanks, everybody. Pete Thamel. Pete Thamel. Sources. UCF head coach Gus Malzahn is resigning to become the new offensive coordinator at Florida State. Wait, what? Let me read that again. Sources. UCF head coach Gus Malzahn is resigning to become the new offensive coordinator at Florida State. Sources told ESPN his UCF tenure will end after 4 years at 28 and 24. Oh my God. Well, I don't know. Riley Leonard tried the quarterback draw that works incredibly well for the Irish, but USC crashed down on it. It's going to be 3rd and long. I guess this is a Gus Malzahn, Chip Kelly situation. Chip Kelly left his head coaching position before he would get fired. He became the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. This situation is a little different. Riley Leonard getting chased out of the pocket. And Notre Dame's going to have to punt it. The tight end is a little nicked up on that play. I am not sure about this, guys. I am fake! And it worked! Notre Dame fake punt! What a call by Marcus Freeman! Holy smokes! Got it out to the 50-yard line. Lincoln Riley is pissed. What a play. What a play call by Marcus Freeman. A fake punt deep in your own territory. Notre Dame's got it at their 49. Wow, that took guts. That took absolute guts. 2nd and 10 for Notre Dame. I'm having a difficult time digesting this. Ryan Day, what if Day loses to Oregon in the Big Ten? They're not going to go. Well, If Penn State wins, it's going to be Oregon and Penn State in the Big Ten championship game. Now, Maryland is, Penn State's winning 10-7. So I don't think we're going to have that situation. I think the Buckeyes are going to go in as a 10-2. But we'll talk about that in a couple of hours from now. Ryan Willie, thank you for your super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan Willie. Appreciate it. We'll talk about... I don't think Penn State's going to lose today, so I don't think that is going to happen. 3rd and 10. Notre Dame comes up a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the Trojans' 41-yard line. Somebody's trolling Thamo. It is crazy day for sure. Movie Time Blues. I guess the Big 12 is too hard for Gus. Ryan Day's buyout is $37.28 million. They're going for it. 4th and 1. Wide open. Pitch and catch. Pitch catch situation. First down, Notre Dame. The Irish are being awfully aggressive. No, Alabama drops it. Should have been a touchdown. How does Malzahn's offense philosophy even fit at Florida State? This is a shocker. I don't know what to think of this moment. I don't know what to think of it. I don't know what to think of it. I'm big run by Jeremiah Love. All the way down to USC's 13-yard line. Obviously, Mike Norvell targeted Gus Malzahn. They've been talking. During the season here, right? They've been talking. Something about Gus Malzahn. Something about what Mike Norvell wanted. That offense was incredibly bad in Tallahassee. Historically awful. Couldn't run the ball at all. I think there was deficiency in spotting offensive talent on that recruiting staff at Florida State. Does Gus Malzahn help with all that stuff? Interesting. I'm not ripping it. I just don't. I'm Jacob Hellman. Where do I contribute to buying out Ryan Day? The Irish are desperate, or they're just saying, look, we're not going to leave anything in the tank. We're not leaving anything in the tank. 2nd down and 10. 15-yard line. Yeah, the Buckeyes are going to make the playoffs. No question about it. Yep, we're talking about that, Connecticut fan. Absolutely. Ryan Day to North Carolina. I think North Carolina is going to have their new coach before the playoffs begin on December 20th. Third and 7. Ooh, the Irish were chasing a field goal there. Interesting. 4th down. Notre Dame's got to kick the field goal here. Looking to take a 10-7 lead. The Florida State message boards are hilarious right now. Oh, God. So, I'm going to... I'll go read those message boards. Let's see what they got to say. That was a bad kick. Terrible kick right off the leg. Right off the foot. He missed it. Notre Dame misses a short field goal after a fake punt. After going for it on 4th down again later in the drive, they miss a chip shot. It's still 7-7. The Irish and the Trojans. Holy smokes. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Okay, I'm going to read these comments. Whoops, I'm not going to show them to you, although I just did. It's behind a paywall. I'm going to read some of the comments of the Florida State message boards. And just to show you that I'm not making these up, I'll just show you a little bit here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to show you.
From
Evil Badger.
The Evil Badger. Ryan Willie is on the line. The floor is yours. What do you think, sir? Wild day. The Buckeyes lose. Holy smokes.
Well, Michigan should not have done what Baker Mayfield did several years ago.
Yeah, I know.
But the thing I want to talk to you about was, do you think the Big Ten and the SEC are regretting going to an unbalanced schedule instead of going to staying with divisions?
The Big Ten and who? SEC?
Yeah.
No, not at this point. I mean, first of all, the Big Ten could not have really stayed in their divisions. No, not at this point. Now, Things could change, right? I mean, the media partners wanted this. The athletic directors wanted this. The presidents wanted this. This was pretty uniform. There was really no pushback. Because the athletic directors and the presidents want to have all these universities play each other as much as possible, which you don't get in the division format. And the media partners definitely wanted to have more matchups between the big brands. But that could change. That all could change, Ryan Willie.
Well, I think eventually it will change. But one other thing.
Yep.
If Ohio State gets rid of Day, they can have Fickle.
For their offensive coordinator?
If Ohio State gets rid of Day.
Well, they're not going to. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. I don't think Fickle's going to be up for I don't think he's going to be one of the candidates, but I think
a while back, Moon said that he would prefer Fickle if they got rid of Day.
I think I do think the Buckeye fans are even more angry than the Badger fans right now, though.
Well, we're kind of angry because, well, I am for sure, because Minnesota did a team picture at Camp Randall on the field with the axe, and that's a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, maybe they should just chop it down and then take the axe into their locker room, right?
Right.
Yeah, they got to make sure they don't get too. We don't want, rivalries and all that is great, but we don't want this to get into like backyard brawl type of situation, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But that's all I have for you today.
All right, man.
Thanks for taking my call. All right. Bye.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Great call. Thank you, Ryan Willie. Corey says, sounds like Woody Marks is done for the day with the head injury. That would be a terrible loss for the Trojans. Terrible loss. Wow. Let me read some of the remarks coming out of... again, I'm just going to show you one quick second here. What a punt. He punted in the end zone. How long a punt was that? There it is, right there. First couple comments, okay? Disgusting. This is the Florida State 247. Florida State 247 message boards. The posters on the breaking news that Gus Malzahn is leaving UCF to take over as the Florida State's offensive coordinator. These are the comments. Disgusting. What the bleep? Tell us how to feel, Golden Knight Man. Ugh. This is not an ideal hire. Piss poor decision. 60 years old. Come on now. Let's replace a failing offense with a failing offense. Should help with Castellanos. They think they're going to get Castellanos, the transfer quarterback of Boston College. Okay, tell me why this is good. Tell me why this is bad. No. Seriously, what the bleep? Ha 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 ha. What the bleep? What the bleep? I hate it already. Well, time to punt on Norvell. Jimbo-esque moving, hiring your buddy. If you combine Gus Malzahn's win total with ours, it almost makes it okay. Nobody wants in on a sinking ship. Mike is unserious. So that is some of the comments coming from the Florida State football message board. The line is open, 763-260-1333. Call us, talk about anything in college football. I like it. Goal knows. Quentin Joyner can carry the load. Just actually need Riley to call running plays. Bean does not believe it. Malzahn is not leaving $12 million buyout on the table. Woody Marks, as Coy said earlier, looks like he is out of the game with a head injury. Wow. More reporting by Pete Thamel. Malzahn will be the Florida State's primary play caller, a role held by Mike Norvell. So this marks a distinct shift for Norvell, who has shaken up his staff in the wake of a 2-9 season that concludes tonight against Florida. The move comes in the wake of two consecutive uneven seasons for Malzahn at UCF, as they went 6-7 last year and struggled this season in going 4-8. So let me ask UCF fans out there, or anybody else that wants to comment, who is UCF looking at? UCF has a job at an opening head coach. Who are they going to be looking at? Let's take a look again if there's any comments coming from the UCF message boards. UCF, the offensive genius, laughing my bleep off. Offensive coordinator has to be a joke, right? Christmas came early. Happy he resigned, but goes to Florida State as the offensive coordinator is hilarious. So UCF fans are pretty happy with this situation. No mention on who the possible head coach could be at UCF. What do you guys think? Glorious game. Gold Blue Ryan Day. Wow. Helmer Hennison. Thank you for the super chat. 4 in a row. Ryan Day has lost to Michigan 4 years in a row. In this year, that can't happen. Michigan was taking a well-known couple steps backwards this year. Coming off a national championship, coming off a transition, a new head coach. They don't have a quarterback. They just spent a whole lot of money on Underwood. But this is the year they're going to take a step back. This is the year the Buckeyes were supposed to take everything in the Big Ten and make a run for the national championship. They can still make a run for the national championship. But they got to learn. They got to trust their quarterback. They have to run an offense where they trust their quarterback. They're not doing that right now. Summerall, if I am UCF. Frost. Oh boy. Back to UCF? I don't think so. But we shall see. Penn State 24 and Maryland 7. Mark Matthews, Day has to go. That's not a knee-jerk reaction anymore. Great assembler of talent, abysmal big game coach. I think so many people agree with you, Mark. I don't know. At some point, it becomes an issue of trust. How do you trust Ryan Day? How does 21-14, Syracuse is coming back a little bit here. 3 minutes to go in the half. 21-14, Miami is up 7. Auburn just made a field goal, 7-3 Alabama. How does the collective trust Ryan Day? How does that big-time quarterback room trust Ryan Day? I said at the beginning of the show, I don't think Ryan Day understands this team. To me, you got to spread everybody out, and you got to let your quarterback make the decisions. You cannot max protect, and you can't play smash mouth against teams like Michigan because you do not have the personnel up front. Now, you might say, well, Greg, Will Howard is not that type of quarterback. Well, then you got the wrong quarterback. I'm not sure Riley Leonard got that. They gave it to him, though. First down, Notre Dame. I think they're going to review it. They're going to review it. It was a 4th and 1, and now it's under review. Boy, that was close. I want to see that again. Well, that's a bad angle. Give us a better angle than that. Come on, run it. CBS Sports. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to reverse it. That's going to be first down Notre Dame. They're not going to be able to reverse that one. Anyways, back to Ryan Day. Jim Harbaugh broke Ryan Day. The Qs have scored on 2 consecutive touchdowns. Ohio State needs to replace Day with Cignetti. If Penn State wins, they're in the Big Ten title game. I do think they need, all Penn State has to do is win. That's what I've been told. That's what I read, I should say. I could be wrong. That Jeremiah Love is a beast for Notre Dame. Absolute beast. 2nd down and 3. He's jawing at the Trojans. I have a feeling if Howard throws another pick in the playoffs, we see another quarterback come in for him. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Oh, he got hit. Ooh, the receiver is wide open, but Riley Leonard, when he threw the ball, he got hit, but there's a flag on the field. There's a flag on the field. Coy, if Penn State wins, they are in the title game. Tripping on USC. Tripping on USC.
Call from
Rick.
Rick is on the line. The floor is yours. Thanks for calling, sir. Appreciate it.
Wow, what a weekend.
Yeah, incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It's probably just a coincidence, I'm sure, that Mr. and Mrs. Fleck have elected to take the kids to Orlando for Disney World this weekend. But,
Did they?
No biggie. No biggie, right?
Yeah. I think
If he thinks Chapel Hill is nice in the winter, he's gonna love Orlando.
yeah, he's not going to UCF though. We basically have established that Fleck will be back at Minnesota for year number 9. The more information we've gotten, it's not happening. Fleck he doesn't sound like he's pursuing it any further. It sounds like it's a pullback. So
Now I can't have
UCF isn't going to be. No, that's not going to be a place that Fleck goes to either.
Well, now I can't have fun with you on that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
It just crossed my mind real quick when you said who's considering the UCF job.
Yeah.
No, the thing is with Ryan Day, they're not gonna tolerate Coach Day anymore. They've given him everything
Yeah.
that he's ever wanted. He's got the highest salary in college football. He's got everything that he ever wanted that he could ask for to give it to him. He wanted the UCLA offensive coordinator. They paid triple the salary, what they should for that guy, to get him out of LA and move him there. Everything he wanted, he got. And this is the result.
Yeah, the amount of investment into this season alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can't beat Michigan at home, 20-point favorite. He's not going to survive. I don't think he survives unless they pull the rabbit out of the hat and they are at least in the national championship game or something like that.
Okay, well, we agree on that.
Yeah.
That was really the call. Short call. I just wanted to see if you saw it the way I did.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Rick.
Yep. Yeah, enjoy the weekend.
You got it. Beautiful. Great call. Notre Dame just scored a touchdown. Riley Leonard, passing touchdown. Notre Dame, 13-7, under a minute left to go. Illy Buck got to win a natty great. Illinois. I think Illinois is going to be going to the Citrus. No, I don't know where they're going. The Reliant Bowl, which used to be the Outback Bowl, or the Citrus Bowl, correct?
Call from
Tristan 5.
Tristan, go ahead, sir. Thanks for calling. The floor is yours.
Hey, Greg. Thanks for taking my call. Man, crazy weekend in college football again. Every single weekend it seems like it just gets crazier.
Yep.
I'm shocked at Ohio State. I got to be honest with you. Cannot believe that Michigan hung with them. I was shocked, Greg, that Michigan was just hanging with them.
Yes.
I mean, I was thinking they'd win by at least 14.
That offense is so limited for Michigan. And then Donovan Edwards went out with an injury. I mean, that's
tough. Well, hey, listen, so looking back at the game last night with Georgia and Georgia Tech, Greg, I have to say that looked like, with the referees, that looked like what you call home cooking, right?
It very questionable. Very questionable. I thought that was just real tight coverage on that pass interference. And of course they only showed it once, right? That's what they do. They only show it once. They don't show it to you again.
Yeah, you don't get it from multiple angles.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, see that bothers me. I think, look, and it's also the holding, on the touchdown in overtime.
Yeah.
Greg, I just got to say it. Look, we're not talking about ineptitude, okay? We're talking about corruption.
Ooh.
That's what it is. And people, they want to chalk it up to ineptitude or saying, well, it's a bang-bang play and they're making the call under pressure. Well, Greg, look, I would put it to you this way. If they don't call it the same on that one play that they call it the rest of the game, and I'm talking about the pass interference, if you saw coverage like that all night long and it wasn't pass interference, and then on that one play it was,
yeah,
there's something wrong with that. And then the obvious holding. The Georgia Tech defensive lineman was headed right to the quarterback, and the offensive lineman hooked him bad. And I think he even grabbed his jersey a little bit. and it was just enough to keep him out of his face so he could deliver the football. I mean, Greg, we can't have this kind of stuff. You know, people call in and complain about corruption in the polling and the corruption in the committee. And I'm right there with them. I fully understand the argument, and I'm totally against all of that. But then when it comes to these games, and you get a flagrantly bad game-changing call, people just want to sweep it under the rug and pretend like it's not that big of a deal. I just don't get it.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think the trust has been violated. Maybe all these referees should not be hired by a particular conference, right?
Yeah. I think that would be a big step in the right direction.
The only thing that I would possibly disagree a little bit with you is that particular play. I only saw it once, or like maybe twice, and I have not had a chance to look at it today. So I don't want to really go out and say it definitely was not pass interference, but it didn't look like it. It looked like the guy was there, the defender put his arm out there in front, and the chances of that pass being completed were basically 2%, and, basically the game was over. That's what it looked like. But I don't want to, I would love to see it again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Greg, the way the rules are written, and this is an old saying that we all hear and we understand it, is that they can call pass interference on any play and they can call holding on any play.
Yeah.
And, it's just, hey, how convenient. The rules are set up in such a way that they can call these penalties anytime they want. And there's always enough gray area where there's going to be some segment of the viewing public that says, well, I can kind of see it. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate it. To me, it smells like corruption.
Yeah. Well, I would say the trust has been violated. Throughout all these, I go back to that Michigan, Minnesota. I'm biased, but that, to call offsides on that onside kick, that was nasty.
Well, Greg, I know this was weeks ago, but I'll mention it, and I didn't mention it when it happened, because I called, but the Alabama-Oklahoma game, the one touchdown that Alabama had, and it was called back, and they put the replay up there, and they actually checked with their officiating expert, hey, is this a legitimate penalty? And he goes, well, I don't see it. I think that they made a mistake. Man, now look, Oklahoma outplayed Alabama. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
But you don't know what would have happened in the game if that play is allowed to stand. Alabama might have been able to get a comeback going.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff just kills me. I just hate that stuff. I hate that as much as I hate the rig polls.
Yeah.
I really do. So, anyway, listen, great, crazy day of football, and you're doing a great job, and I just wanted to let you know, and I hope you just keep chugging along, Greg, and keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
USC touchdown, an extra point away from tying the game against the Irish late in the first half.
Call from
BJ.
BJ is on the line. BJ, can you hold just one moment?
Yes, sir.
USC had some big plays on this drive. They had a pass interference penalty. Deuce had an incredible catch, number 6 down the sideline. Unbelievable drive. USC, the Trojans, have just tied Notre Dame Fighting and Irish 14-14. We're basically at the end of the half. BJ, thank you for your patience. The floor is yours.
What's up, Greg? As always, appreciate it
Yeah.
for allowing me to speak on your platform.
Appreciate it.
A few things. I think this last week of football, college football, I think it's purely seeding, right? There's a lot of action. Like the best week of football, in my opinion, thus far, the most competitive, the most intriguing, the most entertaining, brand of football I've seen all year. But from the CFP's perspective, and I would like to hear your opinion too. I think for the most part, it is seeding. I mentioned last week, I thought, 10 of the 12 teams, 9 of the 12 teams are already in. No matter what they do, something like an injury, similar to Jordan Travis's injury, has to happen before these guys change their mind. I think, Ohio State, Penn State, the Indiana's, I think they're already in. I think there's nothing that can be done to kick them out for the most part. Maybe Indiana, but so I've watched this week of football from a seeding perspective, not a rankings perspective. They're different logics, but from your opinion, do you think the losses and the close games, and do you think that has affected the rankings of the CFP?
The losses of the post game? The what?
The losses for the teams in the CFP, like Ohio State losing, Georgia playing horrible.
I mean, it has affected their seeding. Mostly, I think you're correct. I think this is about seeding. But again, I think South Carolina is knocking on the door. If Notre Dame loses here, it's going to give the committee something to think about. We have to keep an eye on Miami, but I do think Miami, if Miami would lose this game and then lose to SMU in the championship game because Clemson lost, so I think Miami's in, that might give something to think about. Basically, I think the seedings are done, but not quite, because we got the Texas A&M situation. If Texas A&M beats Texas and then beats Georgia, most of it is seeding. But I think South Carolina right now is the first team out, and they're looking. I don't think the door is completely closed on the Gamecocks. This is just my opinion. I'm probably the only one who thinks that, except for Gamecock fans. But what are your thoughts on that?
I agree with you 100%. Like I say, I think 3/4 of the tournament is set. However, I do think, this is my law. I think people have narratives and they run with narratives. They run with them. South Carolina disrupts the narrative because if Ward Emanuel consistently says who you played, where you played them, how did you look when you play them. Look at South Carolina's schedule. They played 6 ranked teams, and 2 of the ranked teams. One of them, it should beat LSU, and the Alabama game was super close, super competitive, and they got beat by Ole Miss. But they played people, they've beaten people. They beat A&M by 3 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the best teams, because that's what they told us last year, we don't care about record. We're looking for the best teams. It is hard not to think South Carolina is not one of the 12 best teams in the country. By watching,
yeah.
To me, it's hard.
Rock and Rand corrected me. Miami has to win to make it in, or else Clemson is an ACC championship. So if Miami loses this game, I think they're in. I think they're in. I don't think they're going to jump all the way from whatever seed they are out all the way out to a Syracuse team. If Miami loses, I don't think they're out. So in other words, I think Miami is now in. So I think maybe again the door's closing on South Carolina. Maybe USC Notre Dame is South Carolina's only chance, because If Notre Dame would lose to USC, that is a loss against a 7-5 USC and a Northern Illinois. Okay? And South Carolina
agreed.
has a loss to Alabama, a loss to Ole Miss. I don't remember what their other loss is.
LSU 36 to
LSU,
33.
in that game, they got absolutely screwed. Yeah. So I think that might be very that might be close, depending on what happens here. I mean,
yeah, I got you. I agree, because I look at Georgia and how they play coming down the stretch. Even though Georgia had a horrendous schedule down the stretch, I look at South Carolina. South Carolina looks like the better team.
Yeah, but I don't think South Carolina's going in over Georgia. I just don't see it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
They talk about this eye test all the time.
Yeah.
And when I look at the last 3 weeks of ball, South Carolina looks like a top 5 team. They look, since that Texas A&M game, they look like a completely different team. And lastly, I'll say this, Greg, before I get out of here.
Yeah.
The Gus Malzahn news.
Yeah. We talked about it. We went through the message board at Florida State message board. They're not happy.
Yeah, I'll just say this. I think Gus Malzahn is the perfect hire for Florida State. And I'm a Florida State,
yes.
Right? However, the reason I'm not a big Gus Malzahn fan, right? For the record, I'm not a Malzahn fan, but I think for what Florida State needs, he's perfect, because what they need, the last staff, they could not recruit. They had no connections in the South, right? Gus Malzahn has been in the SEC in the southern part of the country for what, a decade?
Yeah.
He has connections. The recruiting should jump immediately. And his offense is top 20 in the country. And he did that with 3 or 4 different quarterbacks. I think he ended the season with like a true freshman at quarterback, right? He's not the best in game management, but hopefully Mike is better with that. But from a purely recruiting offensive players, getting offensive talent, and running an offensive system that's almost plug and play, I think it is the ideal pick. And from the other side, the whole dynamic of going from a head coach to a offensive coordinator, was he going to be fired? Like, that is, it'll come out later, his motivation, but you don't see that often where a Power 4 head coach resigns to be an offensive coordinator. I think the last time I saw it was Chip Kelly at UCLA and Ohio State, but it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much, Greg. You have a blessed day.
You got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great call, BJ. Now, Billy Buck said SEC will get 4 teams in like the Big Ten. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. If Texas beats Texas A&M tonight, I believe it's Texas, Georgia, Tennessee. Who's the 4th SEC team? It's not going to be Tennessee. It's not going to be Texas A&M, obviously. You've got Alabama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina. I would have South Carolina ahead of those 2 other teams, even though those 2 other teams won a very close game against South Carolina, but South Carolina doesn't have any bad losses like Alabama and Ole Miss does. They both have 2 of them. I think South Carolina has a little bit of an edge. But again, you're looking at 4 Big Ten teams. You're looking at if Notre Dame wins this game. Again, if Notre Dame wins, you have 4 Big Ten teams. You have Notre Dame, that's 5. You have the Big 12 champion, that's 6. You have the ACC champion, that's 7. You have the G5 representative, that's 8. There's only 4 spots left. And you're looking at a 2-loss Miami or a 2-loss SMU. Whoever loses the ACC championship game, and I don't think they're going to punish, I don't think they're going to kick either team out. If Texas beats Texas A&M, I think there's only 3 SEC teams. Now, if Texas A&M beats Texas, and if Texas A&M wins the SEC championship game, then we'll get to that road, we'll get to that bridge if the Aggies beat the Longhorns. But if the Longhorns win tonight, I think that is a 3 SEC bid. Unless Notre Dame loses this game. Then you got now we have a conversation. Notre Dame, South Carolina, Alabama, Ole Miss, with a Big 12 champion in, ACC champion in, and another ACC team in. I think that's what we're looking at. Give me a call. Let me know how wrong I got it once again. 763-260-1333. The Ohio State, what happened? It really is it's unimaginable what happened. It's off. It is off the grid. It is off any. I just can't believe it. There is anger in Columbus. Mighty anger in Columbus. Phenomenal Hebrew. If Texas A&M wins and then wins the SEC championship, I think Texas still gets in. Phenomenal Hebrew. I think Texas still gets in. Yeah, they sure did. They sure did, Illabuck, and I spent about 7 live shows talking about it, how they got screwed. Sankey gets 4 or else all hell breaks loose, Greg. Well, let the hell break loose. Let the hell break loose. Bring it. Bring it into the studio of college football's peak around the corner. Phone lines are open, 763-260-1333. We're just talking football, guys. It's not official. It's not an official watch party. We're just watching everything. We're just talking. College Football Central here at Peek Around the Corner. Jose thinks Notre Dame with 2 losses and 0 conference title game has to drop out. Boy, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. That is the problem with the Northern Illinois loss. It's not Notre Dame has played great football. They deserve to be where they are, in my opinion. I don't think there's any debate. Right now, Notre Dame has a home game in the playoffs, but that loss against Northern Illinois has left them vulnerable with a second loss. In this USC team, no disrespect, Jose. No disrespect at all. Jose, I've liked your Trojan team more than others. I've been more positive about the Trojans this year than a lot. I think we'll see what happens next year. I think they're better than a lot of people think they are. But again, their record is 6-5. If they win, they're 7. This would not be. This would be like if Penn State lost to Minnesota. It would hurt. It would have hurt Penn State. But then Penn State's only other loss was to the Buckeyes. If Notre Dame loses to USC, the other loss is Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois, who has finished where in the MAC conference? Where in the MAC conference? Of course, if I knew how to run a computer, I would be able to show you guys. Here we go. Northern Illinois is 3-4 in the MAC. 3-4 in the MAC. So, I think this is the Notre Dame USC game going on right now. And we're about to go in the second half. I think this is the golden ticket game for South Carolina or Alabama or Ole Miss. And the ratings, what were the ratings? I think it was Alabama 13, Ole Miss 14, South Carolina 15. Auburn is up, Alabama's up by 8 over Auburn. Ole Miss and Mississippi State competitive game for a while. South Carolina just defeated Clemson. That should jump South Carolina, in my opinion.
Call from
Jose, fight on.
Jose, can you hold one more second?
Yes, sir.
I apologize. And one more thing. If you needed any more proof, and I don't think any of you did, I don't think any of you do need more proof. If you need any more proof that the host of college football at Peek Around the Corner is an absolute moron, just go listen to what I said about Lenore Sellers at the beginning of the season. I did not believe. Shame on me. Go ahead, Jose. The floor is yours.
Oh, yeah, the Lenore, I was watching that game. That was unbelievable what he was doing, just carving up Clemson, and they had zero response for him. No answer whatsoever.
No answer, and he basically did it on his own. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the receivers weren't creating separation, and Sellers was like, to heck with this. I'm taking this on, putting this on my shoulders and carrying this team onto a victory. That was an amazing performance by Sellers.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Notre Dame, I think this is where it could come back and bite them in the butt by not being in the conference, not having the conference title game to play a ranked opponent late in the year and boost yourself up. You know, had they been, say, outside of the top 12, they would need a conference title game to squeeze back into the top 12 in future years to get into the playoff conversation. And this year, it's the other side of the spectrum where they lost to NIU, and if they lose to another unranked opponent, they could easily drop out. I see, Boise State's going to have to be ahead of them. Indiana's going to have to leapfrog them. Tennessee, Georgia, even Bama. I think there'd be arguments for Bama. Other pundits will say, Bama needs to be ahead of Notre Dame just because of the strength of schedule. But yeah, Notre Dame needs to take a long, hard look and, start, number one, seeing what are they going to do in the future monetarily. And then number two, how are they going to be able to sustain themselves and keep access to the playoff for themselves realistically? And then, also Sankey just needs to, take the pacifier out of the leprechaun's mouth and just let them fend for themselves, because Sankey has a conflict of interest if him and Buddy Swarbrick are out golfing all the time talking shop, and then Swarbrick turns around and backstabs him with this whole Super League thing, and Sankey is like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I took care of you. I took care of you all these years. I protected you, nurtured you, and now you're going to turn around and try to Super League me out of a job. I think Sankey and the SEC presidents need to wake up and, start worrying about themselves and stop playing political games.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, let's do some pretending here, Jose.
Yes, sir.
Let's say, is it Maeva? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, my Ava. So it's like my.
Why
yeah.
can't I get that? Well, because
a lot of
I'm a
vowels
moron.
there.
My Ava. My Ava. That's the problem with this show. It's the host. My Ava. Okay, let's pretend. My Ava has an incredible second half. And it looks like, once again, as the game goes on, he looks more and more comfortable.
He warms up, yeah.
Yeah, he warms up. I think we're looking at a guy who just needs to see more live bullets come his way. So next year is going to be really interesting with Maeva.
Yeah. I mean, he had some time at UNLV, and he's going on his third game as a starter under his belt now. But yeah, he's going to really blossom next year, and he's so competitive and a great leader already in the locker room.
So let's pretend. Let's pretend he comes out in the second half. USC rolls. They beat Notre Dame. I mean, you're looking at these resumes. You're looking at the biggest wins. You're looking at the biggest losses, the worst losses.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy, I think Notre Dame, and I think they're a really good football team. I mean, they played really good this year. Besides, Northern Illinois, that makes them vulnerable. That's a terrible loss. And if they lose to USC, okay, so they're in a situation here where, in my opinion, Jose, and you tell me, you jump in if you say, Greg, you're wrong, okay? Just jump in and say, Greg, you're wrong. I don't think you can put Notre Dame above an Oregon, a Penn State. You can't put Notre Dame even above a Buckeye team that has lost 2 games, one to Michigan, the other to Oregon. But again, Notre Dame doesn't quite go over the Buckeyes. Now, you jump in when you think I'm wrong here, Jose. I don't
keep going.
I don't think you could put a 2-loss Notre Dame, if they lose this game, over in Indiana. It might be a little close, but I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can put them over a Miami team that either loses their second team in the ACC championship game to a 1-loss SMU or whatever. I don't think you can put them over Miami. I don't think you can put them over SMU. If they have 2 losses, it's to a Miami and a BYU.
Mm-hmm.
And they've had impressive wins, just like Notre Dame has had impressive wins against mid-level talent.
Right.
I don't think you're going to be able to put Notre Dame over a Texas.
Nope.
I don't think you're going to be able to put them over a Georgia, a team that loses an SEC championship game, their 3rd loss, if they lose that game. You're not going to be able to put them over a 2-loss Tennessee if Notre Dame. You're running out of slots. It's that it's that Notre Dame versus South Carolina versus Alabama versus Ole Miss. And here's the problem with Notre Dame. Alabama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina, their resumes are diverse. There's diversity in that. So Alabama has this type of strength in their resume. Ole Miss has this type of strength in their resume. And then South Carolina is different because they're coming on strong, no bad losses. You know what I'm saying?
They just beat the number 12 Clemson.
Yeah, yes. So Notre Dame better win this football game. Are we in an agreement on that? If
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, A&M would have been their backstop because they beat A&M, but because A&M is so far down, I think they were like 20th. Their backstop is way too far out of the cutoff for the playoffs. So, and that's where they find themselves in danger. They just, playing Boston College and, playing, the majority of your schedule being ACC and Stanford. That's not going to get you. That's not going to get it done in this day and age.
Yeah, this would be, All right, man. I appreciate the call.
All right.
Notre Dame and USC has started, so you better get back watching.
Starting up, yep. All right, buddy.
Appreciate it, my man.
I'll talk to you later.
Got it.
My pleasure.
Third and 4. Riley Leonard, 3rd and 4. That was a great play by Riley Leonard. Great play by Riley Leonard. He waited for the linebacker to suck in on his rollout, left the receiver, and then he dumped it over the line. Great play by Riley Leonard. First down, Notre Dame at USC's 40-yard line. All eyes on Notre Dame, USC. Phenomenal Hebrew, Notre Dame versus Indiana is the battle for the bid if Notre Dame should lose this game. According to Phenomenal Hebrew, man, Jeremiah Love is on fire this game. He's always on fire. He's always running hard. An incredible athlete. An incredible track and field athlete. Jeremiah Love is a guy who's a great athlete and a great football player. He uses his athletic ability and he gets everything out of it as a football player. He's had an incredible season for the Irish. 2nd and 6. My goodness, that could be a touchdown run. Touchdown, Irish! USC is going to have to respond.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Woo! Miami just scored. My goodness. What a run. Okay, USC. My Ava, I'm probably still not saying the name correctly. My Ava, 21-14, Notre Dame. We got open line Saturday. Open line Saturday. Just give us a call. We're following everything here in college football. Everything. Absolutely everything. Penn State 31, Maryland 7. I have not heard any smoke on Loxley's job. I do not think he's in peril, but we're going to find out here. We're going to be at... Look, here at Peek Around the Corner, we're going to be jumping in live shows, doing episodes of all these, what happens with all these job openings. So please subscribe and have your notifications on here at Peek Around the Corner. SMU 21, California 0. Congratulations. Congratulations to SMU on a fantastic inaugural season in the ACC. I agree with Indiana. I think Indiana is going to be in. They might not get a home game. They may not get a home game. Rock and rant. Moen is fine. He wants Ryan Day fired, and he is hiding in a bottle. Message in the bottle, yeah. Message in the bottle, yeah. What song should I sing? I got to do an episode on what happened to the Buckeyes versus Michigan. What song? Let me know in the chat room or with the phone call. What song should I sing in which my pictures during the song have to do with Ryan Day losing again to Michigan? Let me know. Give me an idea on what song should I sing. Bye, bye, bye. Come on. Catch a Falling Star by Perry Como. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let me write that down here. Of course, Catch a Falling Star. Perry Como. Interesting. Thank you, Helmer Hennison, for that idea and for your very generous super chat. Thank you so very much. And another one, Bites the Dust. Who's Your Daddy by Toby Keith. Jeez. Okay. Mayama, incomplete. Trying to get to the tight end. 2nd out and 10, USC. The Trojans looking to respond. Notre Dame goes up 7 early in the second half. Catch a Falling Star by Perry Como. Second and 10. Oh, he's wide open. Wide open. Holy smokes. Big play by USC. Mayava, man, he can play. This kid can play. This kid can absolutely play. They've got Deuce Robinson, who just got that long pass. They've got the Lemon kid. They've got Branch, who has got a lot of ability, not quite the receiver yet. Branch, Lemon, pitch out. Ooh. 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 The sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I almost did that song once. I did the other song from that singer. He's got like 4 or 5. The great Canadian singer. Oh! Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 8. That's Just the Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby. Oh, yeah. Yes. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Gordon Lightfoot, yeah. I did a couple Gordon Lightfoot songs on this YouTube channel. That's a great throw. No flag. Oh, they did throw a flag. It was a great throw. Great throw. The receiver was held, or at least they were fighting back and forth. Yeah, he was held. That would have been a beautiful throw. That would have connected. They had to throw it. That's a big time hold. I tell you, that lemon's he's got juice. USC's got juice. They've got juice. Abdul Carter's destroying Maryland's offense. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Marcel Reed getting ready for the Texas A&M Longhorn game, dumping it off to the tight end. He's rumbling. He's bumbling. First down, Trojans. First down, Trojans. This is turning into a USC Notre Dame watch party. Because this is the game all eyes are on. This is the window that a South Carolina or Alabama or Ole Miss can sneak back in. But they need Notre Dame to lose. And the Irish fans are hanging on. They need Notre Dame to win. First down and 10. It's a running play. That's Joyner. They're smashing the Irish. Down to the 5. First and goal. Holy smokes. I didn't even take a break at halftime. After this drive, I'm going to take a 5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. 5-minute break after this drive. I'll be right back again. Let me close the phone lines. Don't want anybody calling. The lines are closed. We'll open them back up when I get back here. Holy smokes. Joyner is just driving towards the goal line. Quentin Joyner wants the goal. He wants the touchdown. It's going to be second and goal. Yep, you got it. Thank you, Annie. Appreciate it. Quentin Joyner is not going to be denied on this drive. Give the young man the rock again. They're at the half-yard line. Give it to Joyner. Give it to Joyner. Quarterback touchdown. The quarterback sneak. Mayava touchdown. USC responded. We've got drama.
Touchdown!
We've got drama in the Coliseum. Buckle up, everybody. No BS. The Ohio State Buckeyes will rise again. Or the Oklahoma State Cowboys. But I think that's the Ohio State Buckeyes will. The orange ties it up with the Canes at 28. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Man, what's the excuse this year? Buckeyes signed. Someone had a cold. Maybe it was too breezy for the kicker. Maybe we don't get enough sugar on our Cheerios this morning. Wow. Miami defense is not falling apart because they were completely annihilated a couple months ago. The defense is, it's been an issue all season long. It's not good. It's not good. Tyler Warren for the Heisman. He should be getting an invitation. He should be getting an invitation to go to New York City. The extra point, USC, extra point. It's good. It's good. Okay, guys, give me a break here. I'm going to go for about 5 minutes. I will be back. 5 minutes. Anger in Columbus. Please come back. We're going to stay here until the end of USC and Notre Dame. All right, guys, I'm going to eat a little bit of chicken soup, homemade chicken soup that the Little General made. So I hope you are okay with me doing that. Second and goal, Notre Dame. They've driven the length of the field. Big play by Riley Leonard. Big run. He slams it in for a touchdown. Notre Dame has retaken the lead. There is no answer
Touchdown!
from the Trojans defense.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Syracuse has got the ball at 1st and 10, 45-yard line, Miami 28, Syracuse 28. We'll put that up on the secondary screen. Yeah, you should always have a spy on Leonard, really. It's tough though. What is the Miami score? 28-28. 28-28. Syracuse has got the ball at the 50-yard line. Well, I'm not really sure. It looks like my TV is way behind. Way behind. I think McCord, I think Syracuse has got it at the 29, correct? I don't know how far behind my TV is here. And now a good run by Syracuse, but they lost the ball. I think Miami got it on a fumble. Miami stripped the ball away from the Orange. A big turnover by the Hurricanes. Big turnover. Defense was getting shredded, but they got the ball back. Thank you, No BS. Appreciate it. Smash that like button. Big play by the Hurricanes defense. Andrew Luck was not named head coach. I'm not sure what his title is, but he's like the general manager. He's at the highest level of authority when it comes to the athletic department at Stanford. Higher than the athletic director. That's what I read. Like, he is going to, when it comes to the football program, he's going to make the decisions, I think, on who gets paid what and all that stuff. He's like the GM. A big run back here on a kickoff. USC. Big run back. Got good, decent field position. Now can USC's offense, can USC's offense respond to Notre Dame's touchdown? It looks like Damian Martinez just leveled somebody. Big first down for Miami. Big run played by Martinez. Look at that run by Martinez. Holy smokes. I think so. I think Miami's in. I happen to think Miami's in. But we shall see. I think so. I think Miami and SMU are both getting in. Perhaps a sign of Stanford making a play for the upper two. Yeah. In the future, quite possibly. Maava with a great run. It's going to be third and short. A great run by Maava. That kid's an athlete, man. USC's got the quarterback for next year. First down, Trojans. Notre Dame cannot get a stop. USC cannot get a stop. The offenses are starting to roll. Bama beating Auburn does nothing value-wise, but this is that committee. You are correct, Mr. Bobcat. Stephen Vitt. You are correct. But man, I just think about Alabama's loss last week and Vanderbilt loss and wait, what happened? What happened? Syracuse scored. What happened? Was that a pick six or a scoop of the score? What happened? Fumble? Was that a fumble? Scoop and a score. Thank you, Ryan Brooks. Thank you, N.E. Boy, the Orange is now ahead of Miami, 34-28. What do we got? A legal man downfield? USC. Declined. I don't know what's going on. Third and long. Third and long for the Trojans. They're down 7 to the Irish. Nitwit, do not be surprised. There will be a push for Carolina or Alabama or Ole Miss. Yes, I'm... Woo! More controversy this Tuesday night. Join us, live show Tuesday night. 3rd and 10. USC needs to find a way to pick this up. And they run it. They only get 3 yards. Interesting play call for USC. Interesting. Interesting play call. So, the phone lines are back open. Phone lines are back open. So if Miami loses this game, Clemson plays SMU, correct? Is that correct? And so if Clemson, sorry about it, I'm eating soup while we're doing the show. Very unprofessional of me. If Miami loses this game, Clemson defeats SMU, Clemson is in, SMU is going to be in, and then we're talking about a third ACC team, Miami, going up against South Carolina, Alabama, Ole Miss. Am I getting that correct? Ryan Brooks says correct. Okay. How far would Miami drop if they lose to Syracuse? Bill Jesus, Sankey will explode if SEC doesn't get 4 teams. Wow. By the way, for those who've been following with me, excuse me, those who've been following what's going on in the UK, in regards to the drones that has been flying over the perimeter, over the installations. The area tonight in the UK, big run by Jeremiah Love. Notre Dame trying to put this game away. Notre Dame is trying to put this game away. And now suddenly the Gamecocks, Roll Tide, the Rebels are all looking at the Miami game. Tonight there is it's extremely windy, especially at high altitudes. But yet, these drones with the red lights and occasional white lights are still being observed at high altitude in the heavy winds. According to Liberty Wing UK live stream. Now remember, Liberty Wing UK filmed, USC just got a turnover. USC just got a turnover. USC just got a turnover. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Picked off. Let me continue. We got action all over the place. According to Liberty Wings UK live stream, that was basically deleted And the owner of that YouTube account has no idea who deleted it. He has created another YouTube account. He has been live streaming what is going on above the skies of the UK in at least 3 different installations. Eight-yard pass for USC. According to Liberty UK live stream, there is a noticeable police presence around the perimeter. Does that suggest the controllers of these craft are suspected of being nearby despite evading security for over 10 nights? I tell you guys, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. It seems like the UK and the US cannot control the airspace over our most sensitive installations. Ray LA doesn't believe in the drones. Somebody is controlling these crafts. Notice Moen disappears and all these sightings occur in the UK. 3rd and 3. Rolling out. Heavy rush. Oh, he was wide open. But Maeva could not get it to him. Got to go for it, right? 4th and 3, the Trojans got to go for it. If he had a little bit more strength going to the 4th quarter, Syracuse, Miami, going to the 4th quarter. 4th and 3, 4th quarter, the Orange and the Hurricane. Orange is up 7, 4th and 3. What do you play? What's the play call? They're going to rush you. If the blitz is on. Nope. Oh! He almost caught it. Defensive play by Notre Dame. The Irish take over. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. I didn't think he had a chance for it. The ball did hit his hands, but great defensive play. The Irish take over with a 7-point lead. USC could not convert on the interception. Wow. Wow. The Irish going back to the run game. And I don't think they should let up. I think they should just feed these running backs. Feed them. Second and 6, Notre Dame. Gaping hole. The Irish down to the 23-yard line of USC. The Trojans cannot stop the running game of the Irish. The Irish are knocking on the door, about to slam the door shut on any chance that they do not make the playoffs. Notre Dame is 1 quarter away of football, away from hosting a first-round game in the college football playoffs. Touchdown, Irish!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
The question could be, is Notre Dame going to be a 5th seed or a 6th seed? That is where we're at right now. Notre Dame is going to be hosting a home game unless there is an incredible comeback by the Trojans. What is your honest opinion about the drones? To me, that's big time national security issue. I think it's a massive story on a massive scale. We don't control the airspace over our heads. Either an actor, a nation, a country, a terrorist cell, some organization being run by some billionaire, somebody is controlling drones that is invading our most sensitive airspace. And this is not the first time. This has been going on. This happened over in Langley, in Virginia, incomplete, 2nd and 10 Miami. It happened in December. It's happened over our naval ships off the coast of San Diego back in 2019. It doesn't happen for just one night. When it happens many, many, many nights. Why can't we knock these down by conventional means? Why cannot we can't jam the communication between the controller and the drone? When are we going to shoot one of these things down? I have no idea who's controlling the drones. None. I don't think it's the Russians, but it could be, but I don't think so. Because if the Russians had these drones, and if they could put a little payload on it, just a little, they would be using them in the Ukraine. The Ukraine easily knocks down the Russian drones, largely built by the Iranians. Nobody has issues knocking down Iranian drones. It happens all the time in the Middle East. It happens all the time. So is it the Russians? Is it the Chinese? Are they being this brazen? You know, the Chinese communist government still, to this day, steals our aviation engine technology for aviation. They still try and sometimes succeed in stealing our technology because they're still behind the United States in engine technology. So suddenly the Chinese government has drones that we can't take down. It's a massive, massive story. And it's only getting bigger. Oh, incomplete. It's a psyop to what end? What is the end of this? I believe it's a private sector looking for a government contract. That would be best case scenario. Bo Weevil think it's the Chinese and the Russians. I don't know. It's got to be somebody. Got to be somebody. USC, 2nd and 10. Arizona State, 42. Arizona, 7. The Sun Devils. Congratulations to the Arizona State Sun Devils for an incredible football season. Unbelievable. Looking to the Big 12 championship game. Penn State 38, Maryland 7. Congratulations to the Nittany Lions. A fantastic season once again. USC completion down to the 42-yard line. Third quarter is going to end. The Trojans are driving, but they're down 14. Can they get it within 7? The committee will never vote China 1. Don't call it a theft when it's really treason. In any case, all eyes will be on the state of Texas. Woo! Third and 7. Cam Ward threw a duck, and they're throwing the flag out there. Don Scruggs rooting for the Orange. That was a pretty aggressive holding on the D-back. If it was pass interference, they could have let it go because the ball was tipped. But because it was a massive hold, they had to throw the flag on that. Third and 7. No, I'm sorry. Nope, I just lost my screen here. Cam Ward, Restrepo, Cam Ward to Restrepo, to the house, 42-yard touchdown. Miami is going to tie this up. No, they're calling it first and goal. My bad. I thought that was a touchdown. Nothing there for USC. Second and 10. I think what happens to Ryan Day depends on what happens in the playoffs. Obviously, if the Buckeyes go win the national championship, Ryan Day is not going to be fired. But if the Buckeyes play terrible in the playoffs, I think he's gone. Now, it's going to be a very difficult part of the calendar for the Buckeyes to make a move. To have a coach in the playoffs be fired is going to be an interesting situation. But I think if the Buckeyes go and get beat in the first round, their offense can't do anything with all that talent. If they don't play excellent football, I think Ryan Day is gone. But if they win in the playoffs, then he's not going to be gone. But losing it 4 times in a row to Michigan, especially this year, when you spent all that money, invested all that money to get all the advantages you could possibly want, great defense by Notre Dame. It's going to be 4th and long. Now, if Miami wins this game, then it's Miami and SMU in the ACC championship game. And then Clemson has been eliminated. And then you're going to have 2 ACC teams. So 2 ACC teams, 1 Big 12 team, 1 G5 team. 4 Big 10 teams. And then that will leave the door open for 4 SEC teams. Right? If Miami wins this game, Clemson's eliminated. So you got Miami, SMU, both in no matter who loses in the ACC. 4 Big 10, so that's 6. Big 12, 7. Oh, I forgot about Notre Dame. Big 12, 7. ACC, 8. Notre Dame, 9. That's 3 SEC teams. We're back to 3 SEC teams. Woo! If Clemson beats SMU, South Carolina, South Carolina could get in. But I was talking about if Miami wins this game and goes to the South Carolina needs Miami to lose this game to have any consideration. South Carolina, Alabama, Ole Miss, in a 2-loss Miami, maybe. I don't think so. I think Miami goes in, but there'll be at least some consideration. But, if Miami wins this game, if Notre Dame wins this game, if Texas beats Texas A&M, I think it's going to be clear what the 12 teams are going into the conference championship. I think it's going to be clear. If Notre Dame wins this, Miami wins their game, and Texas wins their game, I think it's going to be real clear who the 12 teams are. in my opinion. It's going to be Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Indiana. That's 4. It's going to be Texas, Georgia, Tennessee. That's 7. Big 12 champion, 8. SMU, Miami, 9 and 10. G5, 11. Notre Dame, 12. Those are your 12 teams. Now, the seeding, we'll find out more after the conference championship game. But if all the chalk comes in right now, if Miami comes in, if Notre Dame comes in, if Texas comes in, that is your 12 teams. If Texas A&M wins, then things are going to get a little shaky. A 2-loss Miami team, if they lose in the ACC championship game, is going to be ahead of all the. They're not going to be ahead of Georgia. They're not going to push out Georgia or Texas if Texas obviously gets to the SEC. They're not going to, Tennessee's going to be in. But I don't think if South Carolina, Alabama, or Ole Miss goes in over a Miami 2-loss team if the second loss is in the ACC championship game. They're not going to punish these championship game losses in that manner. In my opinion, I could be dead wrong. I think Georgia's in. Tennessee's in. And A&M could be in if they win the SEC championship. But if all the chalk happens, I think we know the 12. I think it's pretty clear. But none of these games are over. Texas A&M, Texas hasn't started. Syracuse and Miami is tied. And USC is not giving up. No buyout if Malzahn resigns. I believe that's correct. Oh, no. Laura Weiss. No! Are you kidding me? The great wide receiver of Arizona State is injured. How badly is he injured? I mean, is it like he had to be helped off the field? Did he have to be helped? Somebody's got to talk to me. Give me a call, 763-260-1333. Did Jordan Tyson a wrist? Oh my gosh. Wow. 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 Laura Weiss, the Red Raider. Congratulations on Texas Tech's big win over the Mountaineers today. Laura Weiss comes in with the news. My goodness. Wow. Boy, that hurts. That is a huge major blow for them. That is their juice. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, he must have got hurt late in the game. He was having a monster game. Let me check here. Hold on. Tyson, 8 catches, 143 yards, 49-7. Probably should not have been in the game. Jeez. Oh, that's terrible. Man, I feel bad. Well, now who is Arizona State going to play in the Big 12 championship game? Are they, is it going to be BYU if they win? Tell me if anybody knows what is going on there. Are they reporting how that tiebreaker is going? Big play by USC. Iowa State. If Iowa State wins, is that the current tiebreaker situation? If Iowa State wins tonight over Kansas State, it's Iowa State versus Arizona State. What if Iowa State loses? Then is it Kansas State? Who goes in if Iowa State loses to Kansas State? If anybody know, let me know. 1st and 10, USC driving. Another beautiful catch. Jeez. USC's at the 2-yard line. They're about to score to cut it to 7 against Notre Dame. The Irish is just trying to hang on. The Irish is just trying to hang on. Mayaba's getting hit almost every time he throws the ball. Notre Dame is getting big time pressure. But Mayava is standing tall in the pocket. Joyner trying to punch it in. Joyner! He got close. Joyner got close, ladies and gentlemen. Miami goes to the ACC championship game with a win. USC is at the half-yard line against the Irish. Things are popping. Things are popping. 11 minutes ago, Syracuse in the orange. McCord is just balling out there. My goodness. There's a flag. Oh no. There's a flag. There's a flag on the field. Tough penalty. Got to quick snap it, boys. Oh, illegal. There was illegal procedure on the tight end. 87. Laura Tech took out some frustrations today on the Mountaineers in that not so good secondary for West Virginia. How many yards did Morton throw for today for Texas Tech? For 1 million yards? I'm guessing it was for 1 million yards. Let's take a look. Morton threw for 359 yards. Holy smokes. 28 of 41. Taj Brooks ran for 188 yards. Texas Tech crushed the Mountaineers. Woo! 35-35 Miami. Syracuse. USC, 2nd and goal against the Irish. The blitz is on. They threw a flag. Syracuse is driving. The orange is driving on the Hurricanes. The Miami defense struggling all year long. All year long. What do we got here? What's going on here? Is that what quarterback is that? USC brought a different quarterback in. It's 3rd and goal. Interesting play call by Lincoln Riley. 1st and goal. Jeff Morgan beatdown. Is there smoke, Mr. Morgan? Is there smoke on Neil Brown? Let us know. I haven't heard anything from anybody that I talk with. But the conversation, man, it has to be happening right now. Tight end USC. Tight end, touchdown USC. Tight end. What's wrong with me? Touchdown.
Touchdown!
The Trojans.
Touchdown!
Get back within 7. Syracuse touchdown.
Touchdown!
They lead Miami. We've got drama.
Touchdown!
We've got drama all over the place.
Touchdown!
The Clemson Tiger fans, they're watching. They're praying. Bo Weevil, Clemson Tiger, part of the PATC family. He's praying. He's praying. Clemson needs the orange to come through to put Clemson in the ACC championship game. My goodness. Woo! We got heavy drama here. There's a flag on the extra point. There's heavy drama. You could not imagine being a Ohio State fan tonight while you are flying unidentified flying objects over the UK.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Call from
Rick?
Rick is on the line. The floor is yours. Thanks for calling.
Rick will be quick. Can we get some mariachi music?
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you, sir. I'll put it on right now.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I forgot about it. Per the traditions of Watch Party, PATC, if we have drama, if we have a competitive game, if we're sitting on the edge of our seats, it's mariachi time. To the PATC family. Texas A&M. The rivalry begins again. Miami down 7. Again, the Hurricanes, no sign of defense. Their offense is spectacular. The Miami Hurricanes defense struggles against everybody. It doesn't matter what type of offense you run. It doesn't matter what talent you have. They struggle against everybody. Miami in the playoffs is an interesting situation, right? It's going to be very interesting if they make the playoffs. I think they will. But again, the Irish, 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, up 35-28. It's up to their offense to shut the door on the Trojans. They're going to run it again. Jeremiah Love got stuck. He got stopped. It's going to be 3rd and 4. I'm sorry, that was not Jeremiah Love. I apologize. That was number 24. Jadarian Price has over 100 yards. Jeremiah Love is 1 yard away from going over 100 yards. The Irish have been running the ball all day on the Trojans. 3rd and 3. No! Wide open! Incomplete. He was not wide open. Good coverage. The Trojans have stopped the Irish. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag. What are they calling? What are they calling? The referees are lining up. Flags all over the field. Holding on USC. The Irish get another first down on a penalty. No, what do they call on Notre Dame? That's still first down. I don't know what the hell's going on. No idea. Flag on Notre Dame coaching. You can't hold like that. Can't be that obvious. Miami is driving. Miami is driving. Cam Ward steps up in the pocket. Again, I'm about 20 seconds behind you guys on the Miami game. Jadarian Price is running with anger for the Irish. 7 minutes to go. USC needs the ball back. They got to figure out how to get the ball back. Leonard goes down. Sacked. It's going to be 3rd and long. USC's got to get the ball back right here. They were down 14, then they scored. And now Notre Dame is trying to shut the door down on the Trojans. This is the play. No penalties, Trojans. No penalties. No penalties. No penalty. Let them earn this. No holding. No roughing the passer. Leonard back to pass. Incomplete. Incomplete. And the wide receiver was begging for another PI. But he did not get it. The Trojans are going to get it back. Cam Ward is just throwing the ball in the air. Another PI on Syracuse. Holy smokes. 5 minutes to go in the game. Miami's looking to tie this up. A beautiful punt by Notre Dame, but USC's got it. They are basically in 4-down territory. I mean, why not? Why not? Unless it's like 4th and long. My gosh, that was almost intercepted by Syracuse. Holy smokes. State College, PA tonight. There's madness everywhere. Here comes the Nittany Lions. Bring on the Ducks. Bring on the Ducks. First down, USC. Maeva. He's getting warmed up. Maeva is getting warmed up, ladies and gentlemen. Does Notre Dame have the answer? Do they have the answer? Here comes the Trojans. Second and goal for Miami, and they're a million miles away from the end zone because of a penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay, couple yards on that throw. Couple yards on that throw. Couple yards on that throw. Again, I'm about 20 seconds behind you in the Miami game. I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing. Miami down at the 15, 14-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. Less than 5 minutes to go in the game. Maeva, 21 of 38, 273, 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 8. USC at their 33-yard line. The blitz. He gets out of it. A great play by the quarterback. 3rd and 8. Great play by the quarterback. 3rd and goal, Miami. Again, I'm 20 seconds behind you guys. Cam Ward back to pass. He's going to try to run it. He gets driven to the mat. Driven to the mat. To the 9-yard line. 4th and goal, Miami. Great defensive play. 3rd and 8, USC. Maeva, you got Quentin Joyner to the left of him. You got Branch in the slot. You've got Lemon. And he's going that way. And it's complete! I think he caught it! Oh, he's in!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm sorry, Miami kicked the field goal. Miami kicked the field goal. Syracuse up 4, 3:42 to go. Quentin Joyner breaks a tackle. Quentin Joyner, look at him go! Look at him go! Down to the 20.
Oh my God!
Notre Dame, they're struggling to keep up. They're struggling to keep up. He breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle. Quentin Joyner, he's getting the rock because Woody Marks is out with a head injury. 4:14 to go. The Irish is trying to hang on. The Hurricanes trying to come back. This is Notre Dame playoff game right here, right now. Up 7. Another big injury to the Irish. Another big injury to the Irish. The USC sideline is all fired up. It's all fired up. They're smelling blood. They're smelling blood in the water. Fighting is occurring at... Nobody should be planning any stuff. I don't know. You got... These teams that got to cut that crap out. Oh! Syracuse with a hurdle. First down, Syracuse. Interception! Notre Dame! It is going the other way! A miracle pick six! There's a flag! There's a flag! What's the flag? What a play! What an interception! And he wasn't down. The Irish. Unbelievable play. That's going to go down as an epic play. Syracuse is hammering the Hurricanes. The Orange is hammering Miami. It's going to the 2-minute warning. Notre Dame has secured their spot in the playoffs, and they're going to be having a home game in South Bend as the number 5 seed possibly, or the number 6 seed possibly. Miami has a loss to Georgia Tech. Their second loss could be against Syracuse. The biggest win that Miami has is against who? Let me show you Miami's schedule. Florida win, a Louisville win, a Duke win. What is Miami's biggest win? Now, if they should lose to Syracuse, they do not have a bad loss. Not a bad loss. Not what I would consider a very good loss, but not a bad one. Right? But what is Miami's biggest win? What is their biggest win? Is it against Louisville? Is it against Duke? All that is going to be looked at. All of that is going to be looked at. Louisville is 8-4. Duke is 9-3. Louisville is Miami's biggest win. Wow, what a play by Notre Dame. 3:39 to go. Rock and rant. I'm going to Moens. See you at the Pop-Tart Bowl. Wow. Notre Dame. There's going to be a home game in South Bend. South Bend, Indiana. Touchdown, Jesus. Let's go. Who's going to be their opponent? If Oregon defeats Penn State, wow, I don't know who's going to get the 5th seed. Really don't. I really don't know who's going to get that 5th seed. A big completion by USC. Trojans not giving up. Woo! Florida still will not be the biggest win, though. I tell you what, I would have Miami in. I would have Miami in. The committee is going to be... It's that defense of Miami that's going to be like... It's going to give the committee an excuse if they want to... I mean, Miami's defense is something that the committee's going to talk about. But Cam Ward has been brilliant. The offense has been brilliant. They've been able to pull out games left and right, left and right, left and right. I think Miami's in. Cristobal, let's kick the field goal and leave it up to the defense. Ray LA, go Irish. Breaking Notre Dame's legend, handle LA business, 5th seed. AER believes that Notre Dame's going to be the 5th seed. Okay. Let's say they are the 5th seed. I got a feeling that they're going to be playing who in the 12th seed? Could it be Arizona State? Could it be... I don't know. Could it be Indiana? If Boise State gets the 4th seed. It looks like there's a penalty on Miami. Syracuse is going to close this game out. It looks like. And we are going to have SMU versus Clemson. The miracle has happened for Clemson. The miracle has happened for Clemson. Wow. Wow. And nobody on the bubble is going to want Clemson to win that championship game. Because SMU is going to be in, right? Nobody on the bubble is going to want Clemson to win that game. John Till, imagine the ratings for Colorado at Notre Dame. Colorado? Does Colorado still have a chance to go to the Big 12 championship game? If Iowa State loses tonight, who goes to the championship game? Colorado or Kansas State? Who goes to the Big 12 championship game if Iowa State loses to Kansas State? BYU? Okay. Thank you, John Till, for the super chat, but I don't think Colorado's getting in. They're not going to get in as an at-large team. You can't lose to Nebraska as one of your 3 losses and get to as a 3-loss at-large team. And I don't think there is an opening for Colorado to get to the Big 12 championship game. BYU and Iowa State both need to lose? Oh, okay. What does Kansas State need? Are they out then? I guess they're out. Wow. 2 teams must lose for Colorado. I apologize, John Till. I apologize. My bad. I did not know that Colorado still had a chance. My bad, John. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you, John. Okay, guys. We're getting close to wrapping this up. USC. We're going to hold on for USC again. Syracuse has defeated Miami 42-38. Miami now has to wait for the committee, their decision. Miami's probably not going to host a playoff game, right? But we'll see. We'll see how this all goes here. It's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting times ahead for the Miami Hurricanes, SMU Mustangs, and the Clemson Tigers. We got big games tonight. If we have to, we'll come back up live again later tonight. But regardless, we are going to be live tomorrow, Sunday, to talk about everything that happened in college football today. So please join us tomorrow. Please join us tomorrow sometime in the late afternoon, early evening here at Peek Around the Corner. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Congratulations to Fran Brown, the first-year head coach of the Syracuse Orange. An unbelievable job. Unbelievable job at Syracuse. An incredible first year. Fran Brown got Kyle McCord in the portal, and Syracuse goes 9-3. Tremendous job. Miami will never win the ACC championship. Miami or South Carolina in. Well, that is going to be something to talk about, isn't it? Other people are going to be Notre Dame interception. Notre Dame interception. Notre Dame probably going to get that fifth seed. 5th or 6th seed. John Till, SMU, this is your time. Trespass and take the land. Thank you, John. Appreciate the super chat once again. Appreciate you all coming on in. We're going to close this down. We've been on the air for over 3 hours. 3 hours talking about college football. We'll come on later tonight if we need to, or we're definitely going to come on tomorrow, so join us tomorrow. I want to thank everybody here at PATC, the PATC family. Dave Valensky, Ryan Willie, Helmer Henderson, John Till, thank you for your donations to help us keep the lights on. Thank you for your comments and for your phone calls. I do appreciate it. Until next time, from all of us at Peek Around the Corner, college football's Peek Around the Corner, to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.